Before we get into the video, I want to show you this one combo in its entirety. What do you feel when you see something like this? Personally, it kills any interest I might have had and instantly tells me that this game is not for me. I don't mean this as an insult, it's all a matter of preference and there are plenty of good reasons to enjoy longer combos. It's a spectacle, for one. If we look at the extremes which typically exist in the tag-based fighters, it's kind of comparable to some of the anime fight scenes, where you have characters both dishing out and receiving hundreds of hits. The BFZ is a perfect example of this for obvious reasons. Not only does it do justice to the epic scale of Dragon Ball fights visually, but the game mechanics also encourage players to end their massive combos with these over-the-top finishers. The combos don't have the back and forth that you would expect out of a well-choreographed fight, but it's still easy to see why it would be entertaining to watch. Now, from a gameplay perspective, there are also some sizable benefits for longer combos. We all love loose games and the player expression that comes with them, right? There are many things that go into this, but combos are one of the key elements. When a game has longer combos, it usually means that it also has more routes that you can choose for one reason or another. Like, maybe you want to gain more meter, or build up stun, or do more damage, or leave the opponent in a specific position, so on and so forth. Now, throw in the execution barriers and you get an additional layer of decision making, where you have to pick if you want to do something easy and reliable or go for a more difficult combo that might be rewarding but less consistent. Add all these things together and suddenly you're not just doing combos anymore, you are constantly making important choices that allow you to express your personal playstyle, which I think is really cool. I give you some examples of why long combos are cool, so you might be expecting to hear the downsides, but there's only one and it's very much just personal preference. I think the neutral part of fighting games is the most stressful and exciting one, because both players could take their turn at any moment and anything can happen. Meanwhile, long combos have one person playing while the other one just has to watch. But that's completely fine. The real issue isn't that combos are long, it's that if you want anything else, you don't really have too many options. Your best course of action would be to go back and play older games like KOF 98 or Samurai Showdown, and I probably don't have to point out the barrier of entry here. Soul Calibur is also an option, but the netcode is actively working against it. Modern fighting games lean way more towards longer combos, even if some of them require the use of resources to really get things going. Even if it works for them, it's kinda sad because short combos have quite a few benefits as well. Just to make sure we're all on the same page, when I say short combos, I don't mean this. It's more about something like this. The amount of hits is not too important here, it's more about the time it takes from the start of a combo and until the other player regains control. If the whole thing takes less than 5 seconds, then we can probably agree to call it short. It might look less exciting, but I believe the benefits outweigh that. The main one is something we just mentioned, the amount of player interactions. Less time spent in combos means more time spent in the neutral and more opportunities for players to win or lose individual interactions. Admittedly, the damage is also an important part of achieving this, because if the combos are short but deal insane damage, then it kinda defeats the purpose. Another benefit of short combos is accessibility, but probably not for the reasons you're thinking of. While yes, short combos usually come with lower execution requirements, they don't eliminate the need for good execution. You can still have hard and easy routes and maintain player expression, but instead of several fail points in a single combo, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 points. No, the real accessibility is in streamlining the learning process. When you can quickly and easily memorize a set of staple combos, the time that would normally go into combo practice would now be allocated to the rest of the game. And if you only have to learn a bunch of short combos, imagine how much easier it would be to play more characters and experience more of the game. Now, you're obviously not supposed to spend hours on combos in any game, especially as a beginner, but it's still a real time sink in games where not knowing combos means wasting a lot of potential damage. I think anyone who tried to play more than a few characters on Tekken can attest to that. The developers obviously see this as a bit of a barrier as well, otherwise they wouldn't be implementing mechanics that essentially give you auto combos that can be performed by just mashing buttons. Currently, it doesn't seem like anything will change in terms of combo mechanics in upcoming fighting games. The biggest game on the horizon is...
Hey all, Tom here, executive producer of Riot's upcoming 2v2 tag fighter 2XKO.
Ugh. The biggest game on the horizon is Project L, and it seems to very much follow in the footsteps of something like Marvel vs. Capcom, which is at least partially known for a crazy deep combo system, with people still discovering new things. The new Fatal Fury is looking more reasonable, but it's SNK, you know it's gonna have some insane stuff. However, with the rumored Virtua Fighter revival, we might get a real breath of fresh air, a game that can promise the new generation of players a lot of exciting moments without any special resources, combat mechanics, or super elaborate combos. But as always, we want to hear how you feel about this. What's your preference when it comes to combo mechanics? Looking forward to reading all your opinions in the comments, and if you'd like to see more videos about fighting games, click on that subscribe button. Thank you for watching and see you next time.